Can I tell you guys about a date that I went on? I play. This is a weird story, but I'm gonna tell it. So I teach chess to kids. That's what I do. That's my day job. And I have this one student, and we were playing chess, and he's like, Kevin, he's from France, and he's like, my aunt is in town, and I'm like, well, that's cool. And we just kept on playing and talking. I was like, in my head, I'm like, I don't really care. And then the most beautiful woman on the face of the planet. Have you guys seen Aladdin? This is Jasmine from Aladdin. Only difference, not a cartoon, okay? She had the same outfit on, the light blue belly, no. And I was like, who is that? He's like, that's my aunt. I'm like, that's so interesting that she's in town. What a great story. How is she? And then she starts walking towards us. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she came up and she's like, hello, my name is Hasna. And I was like, hi. And she's like, you're so good with Sajid. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, I guess I'm like good with kids or whatever. It's like not a big deal. And we're talking for like way longer than I think we were gonna talk. We just like talked, and I was like trying to like ask where she's from. She's like, I live in Morocco, and I have a place in New York, and I live in France. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. When I go home to Ohio, I can stay at my parents' place. So we're talking so long that her nephew starts saying, you're in love, and I'm like, stop singing. She's like, yeah, stop singing. Okay, and then she just leaves. All right, and so I'm like, I think she was flirting with me. There was something going on there that was crazy. And then when the lesson ends, she takes the money from the client and she walks towards me and then like corners me and just like will not give the money and just like keeps on talking. She's like, European men and American men are so different. I'm like, no, they're not. They're the same. And she just keeps on talking. And we're talking about European men and American men and how they're not different. And then she's like, well, I'll let you leave. And she gives me the money. And she leans in, and I was like, oh, I don't think we should kiss. And she was like, I was going to kiss you goodbye, like in France. Like, and I just told her, like, I'm not going to kiss you right now in front of Sajid. So I felt like an absolute moron. But she's like, you're so cute. So we left. And I was like, I should have like asked her out or something. So I get home, and I look on Facebook, and guess what? Her sister posted about her on Facebook. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to click it. I'm going to be like, all right, let's get a drink, and I'll prove to you that European men and American men are not so different or whatever. So I send her the Facebook message, and within 2 minutes, she says, that sounds great. Name the place. The emoji. She did the emoji, which is good. That's a good thing. You want that emoji when you're asking someone out. That's like, sure, okay? So I go to my next chess lesson, and I talk to this guy named Christophe who is from Belgium, and he speaks French, and I was like, he's always asking me, he's like, who are you going on dates with, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm actually going out with a woman who speaks French. He's like, Kevin, you will love French women. And I was like, that's not how Belgian people sound, but that's all I can do. And I was like, all right. He's like, first thing you need to know about French women, they are not like American women, like beer, 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 beer. He doesn't like American women. I'm sorry, guys. He does not. And I was like, Christophe, American women are not like that. They don't do beer, beer, beer. They drink white wine from Trader Joe's, okay? And he's like, the second thing, you must find a good wine place. And the second thing, she will not be used to seeing a circumcised penis. And I'm like, that went very quickly to that. So now I have this laundry list of things that I have to do. I have to find a good wine place. I have to get my foreskin back. It's insane. And so I'm like, French women must go really fast. So I choose a place, this is true, in the West Village called Extra Virgin, because I wanted to telegraph to her my sexual experience as of yet. And we go to this place, and I got a place on the sidewalk, and I'm sitting there waiting for her, and she gets out of this car, and she gets out, and I'm telling you, insane how like people turning heads. And when she sat down there, you could see like 4 people just be like, what app did that guy invent that he is hanging out with her? This is insane. I texted my mom. I was like, guess who I'm going on a date with? And I sent her a picture. My mom's like, Kevin, you're so handsome. You can be with anyone you want. You're so funny. And I sent her the picture. I said, I'm going to date. She said, why are you going out with her? And I was like, she's going out with me. She's like, no, she's not. And she thought it was a joke. So we're sitting there, and I am so out of my element. I'm just like, she's like, tell me about yourself. And I'm like, I like gray and sitting down. Sometimes I walk. What is my personality? God! Can't say any, like it's insane. So I finally get my bearings, and we ordered some wine, and we're doing fine. And I'm like, just like eat and just like be quiet and like don't fidget. And I was like, so what's it like? Because you live in 3 different places. So do you like New York or Morocco or Paris better? And she said this exact thing. She was like, well, Kevin, she's like, I have Paris in my heart. I have Africa in my blood, and I have New York in my mind. And I said, Morocco's in Africa? Really? I guess it makes sense now that you say it. I didn't think that though. Huh? And then she said, could tell, like I thought, like, first of all, I really did think that, which is stupid. But I also like tried to pass it off as a joke, and she's like, you're being very funny. And trust me, I want to be here. If I didn't want to be here, I would get up and I would leave. So now I have that pressure on it that's like, just keep her here, or else she's gonna be like, goodbye, and just leave. So it goes okay, I'm never getting my rhythm, but I'm like, I'm gonna pay for this, because you know what? She is you know, it's nice that she came, and I'm gonna pay, and I don't care how much money she's worth, I'm gonna pay. And you get weird insecurities when you're in situations like this that you don't even notice. And I pull out my Chase Freedom card, and I had never noticed how royal blue that card was until it's in front of a millionaire. I was just like, this is screaming like, $2,500 limit! It was insane. Freedom! A good card doesn't say anything on it that you can read. And she's like, no, Kevin, I will pay. And she pulls out this like black piece of slate, and it, like, you hear it when it hits. And I was like, what's the limit on that? She's like, the GDP of Morocco. I'm like, that's awesome. I love it. So, I go home, and I go in, walk her home, and I go in to do the kiss on the cheek, and she does like one, and she does the other, and she's like, Kevin, this has been very fun. And then walked away, and has not responded to any of my messages since, okay? And here's why. It's not because of who I am. It's not. It's who I was on that night. I did not adhere to the Titanic theory. Does anyone know what that is? This is the Titanic theory, okay? If someone from up here wants to go out with someone from down here, you bring them down to your level. I shouldn't have chosen a wine bar. I shouldn't have tried to impress her. I should have been like, yeah, this is what I do, right? What did Jack and Rose do? What did Leo and what's her name again? Kate Winslet do, right? She was like, you're so intriguing, you're so interesting, you're so poor. And he's like, I'm gonna put on a tux, and I'm gonna go to the top of the boat, and Billy Zane is there, and Billy Zane is just like, who is this loser? And he's like, what is this, a salad spoon, a soup spoon, blah, blah, blah. And then, no, it doesn't work. He's all nervous. He brings her down to the bottom of the boat. He does a jig on a table, drinks some beer, and that's how you get the hand in the back of the Model T. Quick update. When I was in Paris posting about it a lot, she followed me on Instagram. I didn't follow her back to play it cool. She unfollowed me, refollowed me, and has commented on a few stories of mine in the past 6 months. So, how are you guys doing? We have another comedian that's gonna come on. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. That was like the end of mine. Cory and I were gonna like introduce ourselves. Cory, where's Cory? 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 I'm lost on stage. Who's next? Who's the next? Play some jazz. Play some smooth jazz. Who's the next comedian? Okay, this is one of my favorite comedians of all time, and we're so excited to have him here. You may have seen his movie Don't Think Twice this past year, or he has a special on Netflix right now that's called Thank God for Jokes. So ladies and gentlemen, Mike
Keep it going for Kevin. How about a round of applause for Kevin and Cory and the Nomi Network for putting this together. Such a positive thing you guys are doing.